In spite of the partial lockdown which we are experiencing in order to keep safe. The defeat of Corona is now imminent, though we cannot actually tell when this war will end. It will require us to continue fighting together until total victory is achieved. This will necessitate a lot of patience as we focus on the end result, which remains securing the lives of Ugandans and all those people who live within our country. So there is a lot of hope that if we continue adhering to the guidelines that have been given out by government, there is no doubt in our mind that this war will be over. The Uganda People's Defense Forces, the Uganda Police Force, and other supportive security agencies will remain very active on this front. And we're also glad that our medical personnel has played a very, very supportive role, working hand in hand with health specialists to secure the lives so far of that have been discharged. We continue to applaud their efforts and salute them for their endless sacrifices. As you may recall, the Uganda People's Defense Forces extended a hand of support to the Ministry of Health by deploying 82 medical personnel. These have been working hand in hand with their colleagues to take charge of the various corona patients we've had over time. But now with the good news of us having 47 patients discharged and none of our Ugandan citizens dead in this battle. Sensitization and information dissemination will remain key and will continue to give our people knowledge, because it's knowledge, it's information that will be imparted on our people that will remain key on this path to defeat the coronavirus 19. Information also helps us in ensuring that there is less friction between the security forces while enforcing the guidelines and the civilian population. Because we realize that there are some who act out of lack of information, so it is incumbent upon all of us to ensure that as many people as possible are informed of what is going on. The UPDF has initiated the production of a song called Together We Defeat Corona. This song will be one of the ways of ensuring that as our people get the information on what causes this virus and how we can easily, collectively work together to ensure that this pandemic is defeated. So we appeal to all media houses, especially the radios, to ensure that this song, once released, it should reach possible from north south, from east west. Another matter is that we continue to be asked about the safety and security of our troops that have that are deployed in Somalia under AMISOM. We wish to inform the country that all the 5,579 troops that are deployed under the Ugandan contingent are safe. In the UPDF, we have the Department of Medical Service that has made sure that everybody within the forces gets information regarding the coronavirus. Basic health practices are being emphasized the way we've been told here in Uganda, mainly the need to continuously wash our hands, exercising social distance, not touching one's face, one's mouth, one's lips, as a basic way of ensuring that this coronavirus does not spread. So the same messages that we are giving to our people in Uganda are the same that we are passing on to our soldiers in Somalia. The federal government of Somalia itself, as a host country, has also issued a number of directives and guidelines that are not very, very different from what we have here in Uganda. So the combination of our guidance plus that from the federal government of Somalia is helping our soldiers to remain safe, especially from corona. Another area is whether they are safe from the enemies. Of course, as we fight coronavirus, we have continued to take on other roles within the country and outside. Our forces under AMISOM continue to deal with the Al-Shabaab terrorists who have taken it as one of their habits to contact troops, to attack troops, especially during this Ramadan season. On Saturday in Barawe, which is about 200 kilometers in the southwestern part of Lower Shabare, two vehicles bearing explosives attempted to attack a position at Barawe Airport. Good enough and typical of UPDF soldiers, they were alert, and within their position of ambushes early in the morning, they were able to destroy these two vehicles that were carrying very dangerous explosives. There was no injury sustained on the part of the UPDF soldiers, but all the attackers in those vehicles were killed in action. Yesterday also, 3 mortar bombs were looped into the base, the Haran base in Mogadishu. There was no injury sustained. So the troops remain very vigilant, especially during this period of Ramadan, to ensure that they don't get injured or killed at the hands of these Al-Shabaab elements that remain a bit active. On the home front also, we have noted attempts by refugees to use some of our porous border points in the districts of Bundibujo, Ntoroko, Burisa, Chikube, Hoima, Chegegwa, Kamwenge, and Masindi. Whereas we have had an open door policy towards the refugees, especially those coming from our neighboring fraternal countries, it has been made very clear that this time around, this open door policy is now temporarily closed as one of the measures against the corona. We have instructed our forces that are manning the borders to ensure that at this time we do not receive any refugee from out. We do not receive any person coming from across the border into our territory. The same message we extend to the population to remain very vigilant. We ask also the local councils in those areas all members of the district security teams to work very, very closely together to ensure that refugees or any other people do not take advantage of these porous areas to infiltrate into our country. We'll continue doing all that it takes to secure those borders. You may recall that recently the GISOs were provided with motorcycles to enhance their movement to patrol those areas. But it requires concerted effort of the community and everyone around the border areas to ensure that